Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I decided to pop down here to the big house and do a video. I needed to come in here and check it out a little bit. House just got cleaned, got some friends coming on Sunday. So I got down here and thought I would just do a video from here. Haven't done one in a while. Wanted to talk about the 5 challenges of a raw vegan diet today. I do videos every single day, a lot of videos similar to this. So if you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Click on the little bell and check send notifications so you will stay subscribed to the channel. Well, I'm shooting this one on a Friday here on the mountain, and I will be going to the States the next Wednesday. So I'm thinking today I better get on the stick and shoot a number of videos the next few days and get a little bit ahead, just so I don't have to think about videos, making videos and uploading for 2 or 3 days there, you know, while I'm traveling, getting ready to travel, getting settled in when I get back. So anyhow, just thought we'd talk about this today. So what are the 5 challenges of a raw vegan diet? There's a number of challenges, but they're only going to be challenges in as much as you let them be challenges. They all have easy solutions to them. They all have easy hacks, workarounds, whatever you want to call them. So let's talk about that. And like I say, there's probably more than 5. These are just 5 that happen to come to mind at this particular point in time for this particular video. Eating enough. That's always the one, you know, and there's a couple of different reasons here. You know, it's counterintuitive to people. Number one, it's kind of counterintuitive to people just to let go, let the dogs out, eat as much as you want to eat of, you know, fruits and vegetables. And number 2, it's also physical. You know, in the beginning, it can be a little bit challenging to actually eat as much fruit and vegetables as we need to fill up our bodies. Because, you know, when you were eating the SAD lifestyle, it didn't take near as much food to get you there calorically and you know, get up to, in fact, you could you can have something that small that's just so dense in calories, and yet you can have a tub of salad, doesn't have any calories in it. So it takes a while to teach yourself how to eat enough, but you just got to do it. And it's, you know, it's really not that tough. It's just like I say, it's mostly the mental thing. It's counterintuitive. Anytime you've tried to get healthy, especially if it involves losing weight, it was always about eating less, always about restricting. Even if not being totally restrictive, it's about being restrictive a little bit. And with this, there's no restriction. You can eat all you want. So you need to get in that habit right off the bat. If you're not eating enough fruit during your day, if you're not eating enough in general during the day, you're going to get cravings. You're just not going to succeed on this lifestyle. So you have to learn how to eat enough, you know, up here and physically. So, you know, in the beginning, all I would say, if physically you find it harder to eat enough volume of food, eat more often. You know, if you can't eat more than 2 or 3 bananas at a time, eat 2 or 3 bananas now and eat 2 or 3 more in a few hours. You know, space it out, but do whatever you got to do. You got it, because you've got to eat enough food on this lifestyle, or you're just simply not going to succeed. Other people, socializing, that dynamic. And like I say, that's the dynamic that I have not had to deal with all that much, not being a very big social being. You know, when people come to this lifestyle, that's one of the biggest things I hear all the time, you know. And I talked about this in a recent video. You know, you can deal with this in a number of ways. You know, one way you can just have a backbone and tell people I eat what I eat when you go to a gathering, and tell people, you know, if you got to growl a little bit, and tell them to back off. I've never quite gotten that whole thing. Like, I don't really care. I don't give a shit what somebody else is eating or drinking when I go to a gathering. And I can flip that really quickly if somebody wants to obsess on me. Now, that's not to say go to gatherings with an attitude or whatever, but just know who you are when you're going. If you're not, hey, maybe you just don't even want to deal with that in the beginning. You know, like I said, it's the advice when you quit smoking or when you quit drinking. Nobody's going to give you a hard time if you say, hey, I've quit drinking. I'm really not comfortable going to social gatherings. I'm really not comfortable going to bars. You wouldn't go, a lot of people after they gave up drinking would not go to a bar, at least for an initial amount of time, you know, just kind of get that whole thing out of their system. So deal with that one way or another. Either just kind of like, you know, let until you get settled into this lifestyle, just unless it's business oriented or unless it's a milestone life event, just cut off the social for a little while. And if you can't, do what you got to do. Take food with you. But, the social thing, you're going to have to eventually figure out how to make this work in your daily life. And maybe you've got some decisions to make. Are you going to change your lifestyle to fit around into your new way of eating? Or are you just going to kind of adapt this lifestyle to be able to take with you into your social situations and areas of life? But the social's not, if you just don't let people get to you, if you don't worry so much about what other people think, basically if you're an adult over the age of 20 and we don't have peer pressure anymore, you just do it. You just go out and do it. You do your thing. But as far as the temptations go, if temptations get to you, do what you got to do for that. Sequester yourself for a while. Stay away from the social for a while if you need to. The cost. People talk about the cost, and the cost does have some validity. It doesn't. I mean, it has validity in the sense that, if you're trying to do a lot of these fancy recipes and you're using a lot of ingredients, it can be expensive. In certain areas, if you're trying to do all organic can be expensive. I would just say when it comes to the cost, do the best that you can. Try to keep it simple. Like I'm going to Alabama and I'm going to do some videos as I'm going to be there some this summer. This next trip, I'm going to do some videos on doing the raw vegan thing in Alabama in the States and making it work and how I'm going to make it work since I'm going to spend more time there. Keep it simple. Greens, bananas. That's going to be a huge base of mine. It's just lots of bananas and lots of greens. People say sometimes, and they almost want to play devil's advocate with me. Yeah, but I live here, here, and here. And I'm like, okay, well, you've chosen to be, you live here, here, and here. It may not be very convenient, but you're watching the video. You've chosen to try to be raw vegan or try to be as raw as possible, or you're somewhat interested in raw vegan, or you're not too much watching my channel, or high carb vegan, whatever you're doing. But it's kind of like sometimes I just look at them, okay, well, you've chosen to be here, you've chosen to be raw vegan, and now you're complaining, well, I can't get this, this, and this. You do the best you can. You adapt to wherever you are, whatever situation you're in. So, bananas. In most places, I know somebody's going to chirp in and tell me how you pay $3 a banana, but in most places, bananas, greens, the ugly table, a lot of regular, normal supermarkets, they don't understand what we like to eat. They'll consider something spoiled or bad. So talk to your grocer, look around, see if you can get some deals like that. See if you can buy in bulk at places. But the cost, no, and like a lot of times, I don't know about you, but I don't eat out as much as I used to. So that cuts the cost. I'm not spending money on the booze like I used to. So it's kind of a trade-off. If you want to be healthy, you will probably find a way to do this lifestyle cost-wise. Dental. And I'm probably the last person in the world that should be talking about dental, but I will talk about dental because of mine. People talk about how this lifestyle is bad for the teeth or kind of how it rots your teeth or whatever. And I've got bad teeth. I'm probably going to lose my teeth in the next 10 years, but a lot of that has to do with my former life. The way I used to live when I was drinking. I never went to the dentist, I religiously growing up, I went to the dentist, and then I don't know why I stopped. Just 30 years of drinking, I don't know, I didn't take care of my teeth beyond just brushing them. I wasn't like a yuck mouth, I wasn't gross, but I didn't have bad breath, but it was just nothing beyond, kind of getting the food off. I never really took care of my teeth, and they've suffered. And during those drinking days, there would be a lot of nights. I know I would pass out. I didn't brush my teeth at night. I'd brush my teeth 3 or 4 times a day, but still, if you have that stuff sitting on your teeth. So I did a lot of damage to my teeth before I even came to this lifestyle. In the early days of this lifestyle, yeah, I did do damage eating all this fruit because I'm a grazer and I eat a lot, and I don't eat like, big amount of food and then not eat for 3 or 4 hours. So I was constantly eating, and I might clean my teeth, but I would always in the beginning, I would think like, okay, well, I'm going to eat again in the hour, so I'll just wait. So yeah, I did early on, having been on this lifestyle for 5 years, probably the first couple of years or so, I didn't help because I wasn't getting that stuff off of my teeth quickly enough. Basically, to deal with that, all you got to do is take care of your teeth. You know, I had a young lady down here recently visiting me, and she has braces. She was taking her, like, and she had the ones you can take out. She was taking hers out. You just have to be diligent. If you want to live this lifestyle, which we have deemed to be good for us, you just have to be rinsing your mouth out. Whether you're just rinsing with water, there's some solutions you can come up with, brushing plenty. But basically all that breaks down to is getting the substance off your teeth, you know, after you've eaten it, and doing it very often and being thorough with it. That's all that is. Anybody, you're not gonna, just because you have this lifestyle doesn't mean your teeth are gonna get bad. Your teeth are gonna get bad because you've done like me in the past of not taking care of your teeth, or even now, if you're eating a lot of fruit and you're not being diligent about that. But that's all on you. That's not because of the diet or the lifestyle. You know, you just have to do what you have to do to keep it for dental health. And I didn't do what I needed to do early on, and I'm just trying to hang on now. I do that now. I rinse as much as possible. I floss. I brush with, you know, with baking soda, coconut oil. I do the best I can now for what I got left, but I know I've done a lot of damage to my teeth. And the last challenge I'll talk about is planning, in the aspect of if you don't plan. In the beginning, you really got to plan, because for our type lifestyle, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of fast options out there. Like if you're away from home, like if you're out at work, if you're out and about and you get hungry, there's a drive-through you can probably drop into, you know, every 100 meters, 100 yards. And not as many healthy options. And if you're new to this lifestyle, you haven't learned all your tricks. You don't have all your places yet where you can stop in and grab healthy options here and there. So you have to do some planning. You have to plan. You have to plan your house. You have to plan and keep healthy, good options around all the time. And when you're out and about, you definitely have to plan. You have to carry a few of those bananas, carry some of those dates with you until you are solidified on doing this lifestyle. Make sure that anytime you step outside of your house, that you have access to something good, and that you're not going to get caught in a emergency situation, or you're not going to get caught in that situation where it starts pulling you into wanting to go eat, say, out of the vending machine, you know, at work, or go, like I say, going through the drive-through, or just buying crappy options, because generally anything fast, you know, whether you're going in your convenience store or whatever you're going to grab fast in most places, is not going to be the best. So anyhow, these are just 5 that I happen to think of today. There's lots more out there. Hope this might be helpful. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.